Oh, man, you know what time it is, Willie D?
I just checked my watch, and it looks like it's camping time.
Oh, I think it's time for another episode of RV Camping with Wade's RV.
It is indeed, and today we're going to be talking about new and pre-owned, or as most people call it, used RVs.
Oh, man, I like pre-owned. What do you like?
Well, I mean, it's new, used. I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, no, I think I changed my mind.
The
I
more
want
political.
new.
That's like the more political correct term.
Yeah. So, today's episode, we're going to cover new versus pre-owned. And, there's a lot of questions that come along when people are looking to purchase a brand new RV. Some people are in the camp of, you know what, I only have to buy new. And then some people are in the camp, I will never buy new, and I always have to buy used or pre-owned or gently loved or something that's not new. I don't care what it is. I don't want it new. So we have two different camps there. And you know what I always say, Willie D?
Tell me.
They're always right.
Yeah, it just depends on who you are, where you're going, and what you're doing. It really, I mean, like you said, there are two different distinct camps, and then there's some people that will kind of dip their toes in both. I've had some customers that are in that group of, I will never buy anything used, but if you get the right piece and you put a new mattress in there, sometimes you can get them to change their mind. And that's always a gratifying, feeling, because a lot of times people will restrict themselves to saying, oh, I only want new, and their budget's $20,000. Well, if your budget's $20,000, that really puts you in a box of the different things you can get, especially if you're talking diesel pushers. Oh, yeah. You only can get a used diesel pusher at that price. But I like to show people, hey, if you're looking at that travel trailer at $20,000, but you really deep down inside your heart, you want a fifth wheel, and you're looking at those, more budget friendly fifth wheels. Sometimes you can get a super nice used unit at that same price and get a lot more features and a lot more luxuries. And I mean, you do have the water and the plumbing and stuff, but for the most part, throw a new bed in there and you're good to rock and roll.
Yeah, so you're kind of touching on the first topic, really, is new versus used. What is the selection like? So you have a budget and you want a motorhome diesel pusher. Yeah, you're kind of stuck. If your budget allows, to go to new, you can go to new. If it doesn't allow, you can get you a really nice used diesel pusher unit, just like we were talking about. But I want to point out the fact that, man, a lot of people have been getting into RV camping recently. And so used, the selection, you're kind of limited. Yes. I mean, even here at Wade's RV, we have 3 different locations, one in the Tulsa area, which is in Glenpool. We have one in the Oklahoma City area, which is in Goldsby. And then we have another dealership in Joplin, Missouri. So all of those locations together, we're able to pull together and have a much larger selection of used units. But, man, used compared to new, there's a lot more options for new motorhomes and travel trailers and fifth wheels and all that stuff. Yeah,
you can open up a brochure of any of our 30-plus different brand new brands that we have here at Wade's RV, and you can pick one of different 10 floor plans. If either we have it, which is a good chance, or if it's something really unique, we can order it for you. So whenever you are looking at that new, you do have that option of having every single floor plan at your disposal. Whenever it comes to used, what I always tell people is, unfortunately, they haven't made the used factory that I can call up and say, hey, I want a 2012 Cardinal full body paint with a generator underneath for this price, and it's been taken care of. They haven't made that factory yet. I'm still looking for it. If you got a line on it, let me know.
Oh, but I want the used prices too.
And that's that's the kicker right there. So we don't have that, but with us having the different 3 locations, it gives us way more access to so many different units because we're all over. We're covering so much different territory. I like to think that our guys are going out and finding the very best units when it comes to consignments and also trade-ins, because what I tell people is that we have them clean, they're quality, and they're priced right. So you're going to be able to have that stamp of approval from Wade's RV when you find a pre-owned unit, but a lot of people aren't doing that. So you got to make sure you really look at it. Here at Wade's RV, whenever you are buying used, a great feature that we do is we go through your unit. We do that pre-delivery inspection. So we make sure that the AC is working, all the plumbing's good, that your tail lights work. We go through it so you have the peace of mind. Even if that person before you didn't take care of it, we're going to go through it and we're going to find all those problems and make sure it's taken care of. Now, if there's a pocket knife hole in the couch cushion, we're not taking care of that. We're taking care of the bones of the unit. Like I said, structurally, mechanically, with the plumbing and electrical, we want to make sure that you're going to be able to go out and enjoy that unit, and you're not going to run into any surprises on the way.
Yeah, and not to mention, you're buying a used unit, so you're going to have to kind of look over some of those items, right?
Yes, and that kind of leads into one of our other points that we're going to talk about is the warranty. I'll go ahead and touch on that.
Well, can I butt in before?
Absolutely.
Because I almost forgot. So when you're talking about the selection and you're talking about all the... Man, I just had a brain fart. Where did I go there?
Selection.
Oh, no.
Prices.
You're talking about we go through the PDI.
Yes, pre-delivery inspection.
Okay, so there's another thing that we also do. We keep up with the factory... recalls. Thank you.
Yep.
And they just had a major recall about 2 years ago with the gas, the
quick
connection
connect on the gas
Yep.
lines. I switched a few
Oh
of
my
those
God,
out
that was
myself.
crazy.
But many times, because these manufacturers are using the same parts across the board, there might be a recall on a specific piece, and you'll see that through many different brands.
Yeah.
But here at Wade's RV, it doesn't matter if you bought your unit here or not. We can take care of you with those warranties and those recalls, because you want the pros to work on your unit.
Yeah.
I won't hold it against you too much if you didn't buy your RV from us.
Yeah.
I will hold it a little bit against you, but we will still work on your unit and get you in the shop, because we're not going to judge you. We're going to show you that Wade's RV difference, so you don't make that mistake again, and you come and see us first and don't go anywhere else.
100%. You know how many times I've listened to customers come into the front door and they'll walk up to my dad and they're like, Wade, I'm sorry. I was looking for this unicorn of a unit and they had it down the street. And I'm so sorry I bought it from them, but I'm going to bring it to you for service, because they know that we will take good care of them. They know the standard that my dad holds, which is the utmost highest standard when it comes through running units through the shop and doing the PDI or just doing a check, which we do free checkups and stuff like a roof check and things like that. And my dad, before they send it out, he has a very thorough QC process. And so people appreciate that, even if they don't purchase here. We always say purchase here, but sometimes they're looking for a unicorn. We have a couple of unicorns on the lot right now.
I know that Riverstone Signature, 1 of 100. You can't find that anywhere else.
Oh yeah, and not to mention the other one, the pop-up shop.
Yes, yeah.
Airstream.
We're going to have that Airstream. If you're looking for a shop to go down the road, maybe go to some trade shows, we got one. Holler
Yes.
out with a D. I'll get you hooked up.
That's right. Now, Willie D, we're looking at a new. We know we can get financing.
Okay.
That's that's a given thing, right?
With approved credit.
With
Of
approved
course.
credit,
My
of
favorite
course.
line, making those commercials with approved credit on everything.
Yeah, and then let's just also throw it out there that we work with the local credit unions. We work with the local banks to make sure that our customers get the best possible interest rate. We know it's important to save money. We
Save
want
money,
them to
relationships.
Yeah, we want
so
them
many
to
different
spend that
benefits.
money enjoying the RV.
Yep.
And so me and you, we've had so many awesome memories out there camping, and we just want to share that with our viewers and our followers and our friends. So that's why we work hard to do what we do to provide those services. But when it's buying a used unit, can you get those financed?
Yes and no. So
Yes.
let me just go ahead and break that down for you. So you can get financed. Now, where it does get a little bit tricky is whenever it becomes older than 10 years old.
Yeah.
So I've seen Andy and Doug back there. They can finance just about anything if you have the credit to hold it. What you will find is that the terms will be shorter. So let's say you're looking at like a 2000 Monaco or something. So you're probably going to be looking at something more like on a 10-year time frame versus the 20, 30, and now they even offer 40-year RV notes. I found that out the other day. But so with that, they do have extended terms with those older units. You'll be looking at a little bit less of length to be able to draw that out, just because it is a little bit older. The bank needs to make sure it's protecting its assets as well.
Yeah.
If you finance a 20, 30-year-old RV for 20, 30 years. I
Doesn't
haven't
make
seen
sense.
very many 60-year-old
Yeah.
RVs out there. So, I mean,
Yeah.
let's use some common sense. And that's what they're trying to do, is just protect their assets. So that is kind of the kicker whenever you get to the older units. Now, let's say we have one of those 2016s, one of those 17s. Even though it does have a couple years of age on it, what's really nice about that is the banks aren't going to judge you because you're buying a used one. It's still an RV. They're going to give you pretty close to the same rate that you're going to find on a new one, sometimes even less than what it'd be on a new one. So if people are kicking around the idea, oh, I only want a new unit because of the finance rate, that's not going to really apply to this situation. If you look at something that's just a couple years old, got the depreciation taken off of it, you can get a very comparable interest rate on that, so you're saving money across the board. And really, at the end of the day, if you're looking at something that's a 2017 26BH or you're looking at a 2023 26BH, what do you think you're going to pay more for? The brand new one. So you'll save money across the board by getting that used one. Now with the new one, you do get a couple extra benefits, you might say.
So, a lot of perks there,
yes.
like factory warranties. ESA's a lot better with the, those products.
It's going to give you a little bit more protection. So with your warranties, what you're going to find with new and used, this is another big thing, is with the new, it's going to cover a big kind of, I break it down into kind of 3 segments. 1 year bumper to bumper. So that means if you have pretty much anything that goes wrong with it, that's a manufacturer defect, they will fix it, no questions asked. Yeah. Now, the next one is going to be your appliances. And these are kind of umbrella policies just to make sure you're safe. The appliances are usually 2 years. So your refrigerator, your microwave, your stove, 2 year. Now where it does change up a little bit is Samsung might have a different warranty than Maytag.
Yeah.
And so that's where you might have a little bit more coverage. But if you're asking me out on the lot, what is the warranty? I can make sure I'm not telling you a lie.
Yeah.
So that way you make sure you're covered right there. And then usually 10 to 12 years on your roof is going to be kind of your blanket policy. So when you break that down, a brand new unit really only has a 1 year warranty on it.
Yeah.
Whenever you buy a used unit at Wade's RV, you have the option to get an extended service contract.
Yep.
Highly recommend it. So it's different
Yes.
than the car extended warranty because this is going to be, maybe $2, $3 extra more on your monthly payment. But that refrigerator sitting right behind us, that's going to be at least $2,000 and then probably at least another $1,000 to $2,000 to get installed. So that warranty, if you have anything go out on your camper, usually those go in 4, 5, 6 year terms, even up to 7 years, I believe. So if you do have something in that amount of time, and if I know anything about RVs, I know you'll probably have something go wrong. It's not necessarily the RV's fault or your fault, but this is a house going on the road, getting shaken around like in a hurricane. It's getting shaken around and things do come apart. The wires do come loose. And so it's a lot easier to call Willie D than to call the bank. So get that ESA on your RV when you buy it from us, and you can have that protection. So that is a big factor as well. New versus used. Some people are like, I got to have that warranty. We got you covered on that with the pre-owned as well.
Yeah. So we talked about the warranty there. What else would you try to do a comparison when you're thinking, okay, should I buy new or used? If you were to buy one today, personally, how would you break down the process?
So let me break it down into some different categories again. Now, in a perfect world, if I had all the money in the world, well, shoot, yeah, I'd buy everything brand new, but that's just not a reality for Willie D to go out and buy a brand new London Air. Okay. So I'm going to break it down what I would do personally. If it was a travel trailer today, I'm going to take advantage of that Aspen Trail Kodiak sale because I'm going to pay what Daddy-O paid for the RV. So
invoice
I can
pricing.
make sure I get that invoice pricing. But we do have really great travel trailers that are in our used section. So what I like to look at is really the floor plans whenever it comes to that. If I'm looking for maybe a little bit larger of a floor plan on my budget, I might be looking a little bit more in the pre-owned selection because I can get a laminate one, real big rear entertainment, lots of space, master bedroom for the same price that I would be maybe getting like a 25-footer Aspen Trail. So if I'm looking for something a little bit bigger, a little fancier, I'm going to go ahead and take the couple-year hit and go ahead and get the extra space versus getting the brand new Aspen Trail. But that just, if you're looking for a smaller unit, a lot of the times we have the smaller units at the same price, brand new, at what people are selling them used because we buy so many of them. So you really got to take a look at that whenever you're looking at travel trailers. Now, fifth wheels, I would say that really kind of depends. So we have great deals on fifth wheels, new and used as well. So the only reason I would buy, I don't know, let's say a new fifth wheel, would be if we have, a pre-owned fifth wheel. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Pre-owned fifth wheel, toy hauler or full body paint. If it doesn't have full body paint and it's not a toy hauler, I'm probably just going to go ahead and stick with the new just because those are some really big features that I'm not going to have to pay for. So if I get a used toy hauler, I'm not having to pay for the generator. If I get a used fifth wheel with full body paint, I'm not having to pay that $10,000 for that paint. We have such good deals on new ones here at Wade's RV, or I'd say unique floor plan as well with the used ones because we get lots of those. But we have such good deals on these new ones. I'd probably just go ahead and buy new. We have a great idle time. That'd be right in my price range. Or even those Wildcats. Those are really good as well. I would pick up any of those.
Okay, so what about a motorhome?
Motorhome?
Yeah,
I'm going to have to be used. I can't get. I can't buy a brand new $300,000-$400,000 motorhome. And if you ask me what my dream one would be, in a perfect world, I have two. It's going to be probably a 1990s Discovery, Fleetwood Discovery, no slide. Those are awesome diesel pushers. They didn't have a huge engine, but they had enough, and they had a great air ride and just good floor plan. Really love those. Or those early 2000 Monacos, man, you can pick up a nice one for under 100 G's, 10 airbags, just full of comfort and full of luxury. And the cabinetry is just like this Riverstone. Everything is hand-built hardwoods. It doesn't get much better than that. Hydraulic slides. I mean, I'm drooling.
Man, if I were to buy one today, I think, breaking it down with travel trailers, I would definitely go with a new. And basically, I think what I would go with is something Aspen Trail. I definitely would a young family. You're probably going to put a little bit of wear and tear on it. I have a son. He's 2 years old. And he's a boy.
Get little crayons on the wall.
He might get some crayons.
Little Dr. Pepper on the floor.
He's a Tonka truck outside kind of boy. And so, he likes to throw his balls around. So I'm like, you know what? I think, you can get it. It's very affordable.
Very affordable, brand new, right out of the box.
Yeah. And so I would want those warranties. I would want to take advantage of all that. So I would definitely go travel trailer. I would go with a brand new Aspen Trail. That would be my pick all day long. And fifth wheels. I don't know. I love toy haulers. I love the fact that it's an RV.
With a party deck.
Yeah, an RV with a garage and a party deck. And you can get a toy hauler and a travel trailer or fifth wheel. I would prefer a fifth wheel if I got a toy hauler, but I think I would go with something like, I don't know, like a Riverstone, but it'd have to be used because
save that money.
It's nice, but dude, the price tag's nice on that too. Realistically, I would have to go with used on that. It's not in my budget. And then motorhomes. I think I would try to swing a Class C because, again, young family, practical. The kiddos can kind of walk around. They could sleep up top.
Newer, so you can get a Class C that's brand new for the same price you can get a Class A that's used. So
that's what I was going to say. So I'd have to go with probably a brand new Class C.
Hey, gotta love it. I mean, there is something, people aren't around these brand new ones like we are. There's something special when you walk in and smell that brand new RV. It's like a brand new car, and I love it personally. I love when we're setting up the shows and I can just fresh wood.
It's about
you can
risk.
Smell the sawdust. I love it.
So when we were talking about insurance, RV insurance, and he said, "What's your risk tolerant?" So when I'm thinking about this, it's not like, oh, is one better than the other? It really isn't. I'm like. When I'm thinking about it internally right now, Willie D, I'm thinking, what is my risk tolerance?
Yeah.
We are busy. Me and you, we're like hooked up doing the marketing for 3 different locations and 3 different, DMAs.
Going to Joplin after
and they're like 2 hours. Just one-way drive. So we don't have the time to fix and tinker and try to do it ourselves or, have the time to take it to the shop and stuff like that. That takes time. And or just diagnosing it. And I think I would rather have that extended warranty or the security of the extended warranty where I could just say, hey, I need to get this in the shop. When can I drop it off?
Hey, Wade's RV Storage, you just call into the service department and tell them, hey, I'm in Bay 34, and they just pull it out for you and get it fixed, and you're ready to go when you go camping next week.
And I do realize when you buy used, you could get the extended warranty, but...
Just right out of the box, you have that protection, bumper to bumper. I mean...
my risk tolerance is saying, Wade, go with new. It feels better.
Sense.
It feels better.
So let us know what you guys want.
Yeah, so in the comments below, let us know. And
if you're looking for something specific, call up to Wade's RV, ask for Willie D, and I'm going to put you on my list because I look for RVs. Sometimes it takes me a year, sometimes it takes me a week, sometimes it takes me a day. But if you're looking for something very specific, we won't waste your time. Whenever I get it in, I'll call you.
Yeah, and if you need help, we have a questionnaire that you can fill out to kind of help you kind of point yourself in the right direction on which RV that you're looking for. It's just a simple questionnaire, kind of ask you, about your vehicle, what you could tow, how many people are going to be traveling with you, where do you think you're going to be traveling the most. That will point you in the right direction so you don't waste a lot of time on just walking around, just looking at stuff that's not in your price budget, that's not in your towing capacity for your vehicle, and
not in your party group. Maybe it won't fit your friends.
Yeah, you're like, man, I love this, but
it only sleeps 2. What?
Yeah, it's just me.
You got 6 kids. It's not going to work.
It's not. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Today's episode was new versus pre-owned. and I think you can't go wrong. It's up to you.
Either one. Come take advantage of the great deals we have on new, or come see why people choose our pre-owned selection. I switched it over there from used to pre-owned.
I like that.
See why people choose Wade's, because they're clean, they're quality, they're priced right. And if you don't believe me, come prove me wrong.
There you go. Hey, see you guys next week on RV Camping with Wade's RV.
Where's those camping sounds?
Where's the fire? Open your eyes with a D now.
Oh, the fireplace is in front of us. This is a Riverstone.